First of all, congratulations on this first big acting role. I mean, obviously, I mean, do you feel like you made it? I know, right?
I
Flip the
do.
hair.
I do. I honestly, it is so crazy too, because, you hear actors in interviews always say like, we shot this 3 years ago. And I was like, no, I actually like forgot. I was like, oh, wait, I actually have a movie that I did. Like, it was such a cool process and it's really cool. And I got to see the screener and I just had a total moment. I'm like, I'm so richly blessed. Thank you, God. It's been really cool.
Please tell me you are calling me after the most intense sex of your life.
Hard to have sex when you've been catfished, but you won't believe what happened.
You're telling me the guy exists and he's there? You should totally go for it.
Well, I actually screened it. I watched it and I was like, Heather! Like, yeah, because you're the comic relief, girl. You bring a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing when they hired you,
They did. You're either going to laugh or you're like, I'm either going to be so funny you're laughing or you're like, I feel sorry for her, we're going to cry. So at least in this movie, it builds you up,
Well, now I'm curious, what does your mom, Robyn, think about you being a big movie star?
Oh, I mean, honestly, she has yelled at me like 3 times a day because I still live at home with her. So while everybody else goes to like their mansion in the Hollywood Hills, I'm in my mom's basement right now. So stay humble. Okay.
Just like in the movie, the movie. That's kind of amazing. I told you a lot of people at ET were excited that I was talking to you. I was like, well, then send me some questions. One question I got was, has Rigatoni seen the film?
Rigatoni has seen the film and he snored all the way through it, but that is what happens when a French bulldog does zoomies. He has about 10 minutes of energy in him, and then it's naps the rest of the evening.
And then it's nap time.
Yeah.
It's like, Mom, I saw you. You did good. I gotta go sleep.
I gotta go. Yeah.
I love it. Well, obviously in the movie, Natalie is really swiping through her share of riffraff on the dating app. You're of course married now, but like, did you ever experience the dating apps? What are your feelings about those things generally?
I have been with my husband. I mean, we've only been married a couple months, but we've been together years. So the only time I really had any I ever went through the apps, I did like early on, like Match.com. And I mean, that was in the early stages. And now, but I gotta be honest with you, I live vicariously through all my single friends, and I get very aggressive. Like they'll get off the apps for a couple days, and then I'll have a couple cocktails, and I'm literally be like calling my husband like, I'm on Bumble for like, my girlfriend Natalie right now, and I'm just swiping through because it's like, I gotta have some fun too,
Absolutely, because sometimes it feels like a game. For us singles, it's like, we're just killing time at this point.
And then some of my girlfriends will be like, Heather, why did you accept all of these men? Like, these are not my type. And I forget, I'm like, oh, right, that's right. I was shopping for you, not me. Yeah.
What tips do you give them, or really any single people, when it comes to navigating online dating? What advice do you have?
Listen, I think everybody has a type physically, like, what you're into. So I think go for that, but also, listen, I'm a comedian. If I got back on the apps, like if anybody ever had to look on my Instagram, they would go running in the other direction because they'd be like, she's a liability, like she's insane. But I think it's like, go with your gut, right? And then on the other side of that, you got to give some people a chance. I think you got to give some people a chance and then just go for it. As long as you feel safe, I say, branch out and go for it.
Have you heard of anyone using your images to catfish people on these apps or anything?
No, but if it works, by all means, tell me. I want to know if
you're welcome.
Got it.
Yeah,
you're welcome. I'm fabulous.
So I want your help. I want to come up with a dating profile bio for your characters, actually, Heather. Oh. So think about, or at least maybe something that would be for sure included in their bio. So let's start with Margie McDaniels.
Because you know what? Margie knows too much. Let's get going, babies.
What would be in her dating app profile?
Margie, she's a little road hard, put away wet. So she works at Costco. So her profile would be like, loves Costco.
Yep.
Sausages, more sausages, and do you have sausage? XOXO, Margie McDaniels. Like, that's it. Where she likes to grill, but also there's a little sexual innuendo.
I was gonna say there's a double thing there, a double meaning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you don't have a Costco card, she will not date you. So
what would be on Brenda Carlisle's dating app bio?
We're at the Waimara Villas and Resorts. I met some friends from New York. I'm gonna go down their waterside and see if they have any tequila.
Ooh, well, Brenda Carlisle's Mississippi's #1 real estate agent. So it would be something like, I'm all about that ABCs, always be closing. And maybe, it would have to be something about making a deal, closing a deal. I'm just trying to close a deal, whether it's on a townhouse in New Mexico or if it's on love.
These women love their innuendos. I think
They do.
It's very fitting. All right, how about Ina Garten?
It's your favorite gal from East Hampton, the barefoot Contessa Ina Garten. Not to be confused with the barefoot Contessa in a garden. Get it? I'm barefoot. I'm just walking around. Anyways,
What would be on her dating profile?
Ooh, Ina Gardens would just be like, I'm rich. Hope you are too. That's it.
You know what? She makes a mean cocktail, and they're also giant. So I hope there's at least a photo of her, Cosmos.
Oh yeah, she'd be on the Cosmos. She'd show you the perfect roast chicken, but it would say in her profile just like, I'm very wealthy. You better be too. And then like,
with the cutest smile, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, now if you were single, Heather McMahan, what would be on your dating profile?
Just help 911. I mean, my husband and I joke about that all the time because, like, he's got single friends. He sees what they're going through in the dating. I think it would just be like, what would mine actually say? I like red wine. I like a spinach dip. And
you love a meze?
I love a meze, and don't judge me from my Instagram. That's what I would say.
Are you kidding? Your Instagram is gold. I would link that to the profile, make sure people can see it. I'm just saying, that's how much I love you. Now, speaking of your hubby, are there any updates on the Italian nuptials with your Italian stallion?
I'll tell you what. We got legally married at the courthouse last year because our accountant told us we had to do that. But it's kind of like the wedding that we've been planning for years, but who knows if it'll happen. We just went to Italy to replan. But the funny thing is, people ask all the time, they're like, Heather, if you're already legally married, like, why spend the money? I'm like, listen, I'm married to an Italian. If you think you're going to put a deposit somewhere in Italy and get your money back, you're not going to. So regardless, we're throwing a party. So hopefully it'll be next summer. Gird your loins. Who knows?
I think it'll happen. I feel like you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't throw a party to celebrate this. It's a huge deal.
Too. And I mean, listen, I'm ready to like wear the white wedding dress. Like I got married in a courthouse in sequins, but I am ready to like be a bridezilla. I feel like
the whole thing.
I have been there for all of my friends, and while they've been monsters, so let me be a monster for like a month, So
you want the wedding party, you want the bridesmaids, the whole thing.
I don't want the bridesmaids, and I don't want any of that because I don't want anybody to look thinner than me. So I'm not allowing anybody to stand next to me, but I do want to have the dramatic like 6 costume changes. It has to be all about me. Yeah.
I think you should probably get the Princess Diana train, like
Absolutely.
Just feet of fabric.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, there's a lot of life happening around you. Your BFF, Jennifer Lawrence, is expecting her first child, which is amazing. What gift does Heather McMahan get Jennifer Lawrence for her baby shower?
I gotta be honest with you, I've been panicking about it. You know what the thing is? She has such a great sense of humor. And listen, we're new friends. Like I'm so grateful to have her in my life because she's a doll. But it's got to be something funny. Like you get something for the baby, but then you have to get something really, really like smart and funny for her. And it may just be like a box set of every Housewife episode ever because she's the biggest fan. But yeah, it's more of a gift for her, less for the baby. You know what I mean?
I bet she's jonesing to go out with you for a martini once this baby's out, right?
Listen, I'm jonesing to go out with martini with any new mom. So let's go.
What kind of mom do you think Jayla will be?
I think she'll be a fun mom. I think she's adventurous. Oh God, what kind of mom? She'll be a fun mom, a good one. Yeah. I mean, listen. I think all of my friends who are now starting to have kids, we're all just trying to figure it out. There is no manual. Right. I'm like, if you didn't leave the baby on the roof, leaving the grocery store, you're doing a great job. Yeah.
I love it. Well, speaking of famous friends, I gotta know, what was golfing with Rick Ross like?
Well, I'll tell you what, he is such a gem. He's the most warm, loving person ever, and a terrible golfer. Like an absolute awful golfer, but that's okay. He's new to the sport, and I say golf is one of those things you have to give it time, and he just wanted to have a cocktail, and so did I. So we hit a couple holes, and then we hit the bar.
Oh, he just wanted to kick it.
Yeah.
I love it. So I'm dying to know what is next for you. Are there still plans to develop a comedy series about your life story?
Yeah, so I've got a show in development at Peacock. We're waiting, fingers crossed. You know how Hollywood is. You got to wait for somebody to call you to show up on set. But yeah, and I'm working on a comedy special and, touring all through next year. We're about to announce in a couple weeks all the new spring dates for the farewell tour. So it feels honestly really good to be back on the road. And to be in front of live audiences again and to giggle. I just love being able to create stuff on stage, and I'm just so honored and honestly thrilled that people come out to the shows. It's so cool.
I'm curious, do you have a short list of people who you're thinking to play you in this Peacock series?
I'm playing myself. Yeah.
Oh,
if you,
great.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here's the thing. My mom thinks that she's gonna play herself, and I've told her so many times. I'm like, Mom, I love you to death, but this would be a conflict of interest. We would kill each other on set. So I'm gonna cast somebody to play like my sister, but I'm playing a heightened version of myself. But
Thank God. Okay,
Yeah.
phew.
You know, and it's
good to
funny.
know.
People ask me sometimes, they're like, Heather, if they ever like later years down the road, like if they ever did like a biopic of you, like who would play you? I'm like, I don't care if I'm dead. Stuff me like Weekend at Bernie's. It will be me. And somebody use a like, you know, ventriloquist my mouth, because I will never allow anybody to play me but me.
And you know what? We're gonna hold you to that.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of your family, so many fans have been saying that you and your family need a reality show.
We're just gonna touch these up right here. I can't believe she's letting me do this.
Yeah, don't miss the spot, Heather. Make sure you cover it all right.
Okay, the bossiest client I've ever had.
Is that something you guys have either been offered or something you'd be interested in?
Okay, I gotta be honest with you.
Tell
We have
me.
been offered reality shows, but I feel like nowadays, if you get on reality, you either get audited by the IRS or you end up in jail or divorced. So I'm just trying to keep a low profile, and
Okay.
control the comedy world. But I do think it'd be chef's kiss TV.
I respect that though. What
Yeah.
about a travel show? I know that's something you've lobbied for as well.
I got to be honest with you, that would be such a dream. Because for
Yeah.
me, like even just touring, I've gotten to see the world and see, you know, especially the country. But I feel like there's not enough women in travel, you know, and you've got these amazing men and chef-driven shows where these male chefs who are doing it. But it's like, I want to watch a travel show where I go somewhere and as a woman, you're like, this is where to get a $7 blowout. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes. Oh my God, we need that show.
we need that. Yeah.
Listen, I have
So-
naturally curly
yeah.
hair. The boys need the blowouts too.
And if you're in Vietnam, why not find, you know, the good spot? Like I was just there and I was in Vietnam before the pandemic and I was like telling everybody like, this is where to get a, you know, $10 blowout and go here for a massage. There can be beauty and lifestyle elements to it too. So who knows? Maybe we'll pitch it.
Oh my God, he is so cute. Really, there's only one con.
What?
You've never seen him.
Congratulations on Love Hard. It is such a
Thank
cute
you.
movie.
I hope everybody checks it out. It's a really fun, cute, like just movie. And I had so much fun making it. And you know, hey, look at us. We're on Netflix.